Hello, YouTube friends, and anybody else that might be tuning in that somehow got there otherwise. I just want to take a minute and talk about the Global Blues Harmonica Summit that's come up. A lot of people have actually written to me and asked me a bunch of questions about it, so I figured why not post a video and answer the most common questions that are being asked. This event that's happening is June 2nd. It takes place on the internet, World Wide Web. You just log in through a login link. Anybody can join. I'm going to play a little bit of what I plan on talking about at the summit and go through some of the topics. But it's called the Advanced. If you're wondering, what is he talking about? Just went right into it. Advanced Beginner Global Blues Harmonica Summit. So it's an online event. It's $40. You can find out everything you need to know at blowyourharp.com. But it's a webinar style event that's interactive, so you can ask your own questions after the teaching sessions through a chat box. And I thought it'd be really cool. What's up, Gabriel? I thought it'd be really cool to offer something that was geared slightly more towards beginners, but also intermediate players looking to figure out what's missing in their playing, like if they have some gaps in their playing that are keeping them back or holding them back. I have worked with so many people lately that are intermediate players that have really advanced, quite advanced technique in many areas, and in other places they're like clueless. And I don't mean that as a jab. I'm just saying that's the fact is, and they know this, that, for example, let me tell you about some of the topics that we landed on. I'm going to be talking about third position. This basic middle octave of third. I'm using holes 4 through 8. I'm going to teach in the summit how to go through, learn the scale and play some simple riffs out of there and a basic melody that you can apply using that scale. Something that maybe comes from the top of the middle octave and also from the bottom going up so that you have a way to move around this scale. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to also talk about holes 6 through 10 as it relates to first position and as it relates to second position. So first position blues on the harmonica 6 through 10 is more a lot of blow notes and blow bends. And when we get talking to second position, you can still use blow bends, but I'm going to talk about some ideas that come off of 6 blow moving up. Some simple movements to get you used to engaging holes 6 through 10. And the final subject matter of my teaching session that day will be holes 2 and 3, and I'm just going to get into these bends. And talk about not only how to work on controlling the half-step bends on holes 2 and 3, because those are the hardest holes to work with for beginner, intermediate, whoever, and maybe some advanced movements that you can begin to think about as far as how you're using those notes that you're finally getting. So how to use them and move around with them. And that's kind of where I'm going to be focused. And my buddy Sam Friedman, who is joining, is an amazing teacher, and he's a great harmonica player. I encourage you to look him up, Sam Friedman. And he is going to be talking more about rhythm, ear training, breath control, and he's going to relate back to a lot of what I'm teaching and relate and interconnect the topics that I focused on into his session. Why, thank you. I have an A-flat harp. I never said that. I know that messes people up a lot, and they're like, what key harp is that? A-flat. So those are the topics for this internet webinar event, the Global Blues Harmonica Summit. It's June 2nd, and you can find all the details for $40. It's a great deal. You can find the details at blowyourharp.com. Sign up even if you can't make it live, because you get all the recorded links sent to your email inbox when it's done. I'm going to play a little bit in third position before tuning out or signing out today. This is kind of some of the ideas, a little bit of what we'll discuss in my session. Everything focused around holes 4 through 8. What's the difference between an average and a pro player? Well, there is no trick. Maybe the amount of time that they've been playing. But I've met people that have played for many years and they don't progress. So I think a lot of it has to do with the whole sum of the parts. And what I mean by that is their ability to express it with a depth of expression that is required, or that requires you to have a certain level of technique in order to express or emote like that. So a pro player has the ability to take something where a non-pro player would go, and a pro player might take that and go, it's more exact with the way it's expressed. And there's more depth. So that's one of the things. And then I also think, thanks, Nick. I also think that one of the things that separates the pack is just their experience and their musical knowledge. And that doesn't just mean theory, but it means musical street knowledge of how to fit in and where to play and not to play. All these things start to add up. And if you look at the whole pro player, they've got everything. There's nothing missing. They got good tone. They know when to play and when to place these notes. And when they do, there's a lot of connection to the feel that they put out there. So I think that's kind of like what separates to some degree a pro player to just kind of an okay player. And also their vastness of knowledge, like being able to demonstrate, working the entire range of the instrument, for example. Things like that. So what else can I tell you without giving it all away? I hope to see some of you June 2nd. You can find out all the details at blowyourharp.com. Please come hang out. Check out these events. I think that the more and more people are checking them out, they're realizing they're easy to use. The technology is not advanced. In fact, let me just end by saying what it involves. What do you need to join one of these global blues harmonica summits? An internet connection and a laptop or desktop computer. You can log on from a device like a tablet, but you do need a special application, the Adobe Connect app, preloaded. And other than that, you just log in with Chrome or Internet Explorer from your laptop, let's say, and it puts a simple add-in to the browser that connects it to Adobe Connect, which is the platform that we use for the live events. And that's it. You're in the classroom. It's not that hard. And there's nothing technical required of you other than to be online and use the right browser and make sure your security settings and your firewall perhaps ahead of time aren't set to block things like add-ons. That might be I had 1 or 2 people that ran into that, not many. But that's it. If you do run into a problem during the event, we have tech support that helps you live, so it's not a big deal. All right. I'm going to sign off, but I hope to do another Q&A soon and just log on for the sake of answering questions and hanging out. It's pretty random. I'm not really advertising when I do this, so it works best that way for me. I hope it works out. for you guys, and I will see you next time.